Welcome back to Sports Card Action. I'm Tim, and thank you for joining my channel. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share, notification, comment down below, all those things. Today we need to talk about something serious that is, one of the issues with the hobby in general is people always wanting to spend money on the current players, the hot new prospects, things like that. And even someone as established as Lebron, is it time to buy into a good high dollar value, quintessential prestige luxury LeBron rookie card? And for me, that's the question we need to ask. That's the question we need to ask today. We need to ask ourselves, if you're a LeBron guy, if you're a Jordan guy, if you're a both guy like me, I'm a both guy. I like Jordan, I like LeBron. I think one thing that has to be mentioned is that Jordan's legacy is untamperable. It's untouchable. It's to whatever. It can't be messed with at this point. I mean, the problem with LeBron is that the people who grew up watching him, the people who watched him from the beginning of his career till now, they've seen the ups and downs. They know what LeBron has gone through. They know that overall he's brought more to a lot of different teams than probably any other player in the history of the NBA. But at the end of the day, it's just hard to get over those 6 championships that Jordan has compared to the 4 that LeBron has. Because other people have 4, other people have 5, other people have 6. Kareem has 6 championships. A lot of people don't realize that. Kareem has 6. Okay, just like Jordan. And Magic has 5, Curry has 3, right? Bird has 3, Shaq has 4. So LeBron is sitting there with 4. What makes him better than Shaq? Duncan has 5. What makes him better than Duncan? The fact that he did it by himself, yeah, sure, but you could argue that Jordan did it by himself too. You could argue that whoever, Magic, he had Kareem for part of the time, but he was old. Bird didn't have anyone. Shaq had Kobe, blah, 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 whatever. But so anyway, bottom line, listen, LeBron just broke the record. The thing is, now you're going to see prices start to sink. I wouldn't buy now. I for sure wouldn't buy now. If you want to buy a LeBron Topps Chrome 2003 base or refractor, or X-Fractor or black border one, that one's beautiful card. These are all beautiful LeBron rookie cards. The Topps Chrome, I like the Bowman Chrome too with the black border. That's a nice one that you can get for less money. That is also a beautiful LeBron rookie card that is iconic. But I would wait for prices to come in a little bit, because even though we've seen them go down and down and down since the peak in 2021, now it's 2 years later. These GOAT cards, Jordan, LeBron, different iconic cards have come down and down ever since then. And people are thinking maybe now is the time to get in. He's broken the record. There's a lot of discussion on whether or not he's the GOAT. He could continue to play and potentially win another championship. I don't know if that's going to happen. It seems a little unlikely at this point. But we really need to think about, is it the right time to buy? Do you want to just own the card? Do you not really care about whether or not it goes up and down from here? Do you just want it now? Do you not want to wait a year or 6 months or 2 years or whatever to own the card, even though you might pay a little less? That's the thing about this hobby, is that people buy into hype, and I know the hype isn't really there with LeBron, I mean, he's established and he's more toward the end of his career, but he's still in his playing days. That's the thing. It's like anything could happen. There could be people are going to get bored with him now that the record is over with and done. His play is going to start to decline. People are going to lose interest. And I also have said this before, I compare LeBron to Barry Bonds. And what happened with the hype surrounding Barry Bonds up to the point of him breaking the all-time home run record, which is another high prestige record, just like the scoring record in basketball. And look what happened to Bonds. I mean, his cards went down by 90%. Obviously, he got hit with the whole steroid allegation and all that, but the hype went away pretty much instantly after he broke the record. And I think that's going to also happen with LeBron, on top of the fact that he could go through some controversy like Bonds did, whether it be allegations of one thing or another. So there's risk. Whereas you buy a Jordan card, I think a good comparison is an 86 Fleer PSA 8. Compare that to a Topps Chrome LeBron PSA 9. I think those are similar price points, right around like 1,700, I think. I also like the BGS 9 because it's just as good, but you can get it for a little cheaper a lot of times. And you could also even think about getting into like a BGS 9.5 or 8.5 and maybe get it regraded through PSA, something like that, where you're getting, even if you don't get a higher grade, it could be in the holder that you want, and maybe an 8.5 would get a 9, although that's kind of unlikely because usually BGS 8.5s are too off center a lot of the times to actually get a 9 in a PSA. And who really wants to go through the trouble of recracking and regrading and risking damaging the card, having to pay and wait? And I mean, if that's your thing, then I would say yeah. But I like just going for a BGS 9 or BGS 8 a lot of times, cheaper, and I have no problem with the BGS holders. I have no problem. I like them. I used to be a BGS guy. They're thicker, they're sturdier. A lot of times they have the sleeve on the inside, so it's more protected from moisture and whatnot. So there's less things that can happen to it. And you're getting the same card. So think about that as well. But I would say yes. I would say like right now, maybe if you're thinking about Jordan versus LeBron, I would maybe go for Jordan now and maybe wait on LeBron. I would wait on LeBron. I think prices are going to continue to come in because he's not going to reach the Jordan level, the 6 championships, doing it by himself with one team. There's a lot in that. And yes, the championship against the Warriors, the 73-win team, whatever it was, is probably worth 2 championships. But people aren't going to see it that way. They're just going to see 4 versus 6. It's tough. It's really tough. And I'm a LeBron guy. Trust me. I'm a LeBron guy. I love LeBron. I go for the top dude. I'm a front runner. I bet on best of breed. Okay. But just be careful. You don't want to buy something and then have it go down in value and have buyer's remorse, even though you might want to own it now. And yes, it's obviously less. You're not going to lose the way you would if you bought, a Luka card or a LaMelo card or a whatever, a Booker card, someone who hasn't won anything or any MVP or any championship or anything, a Trae Young, a Tatum, you know, you can dabble. You can dabble in some of these cards because a lot of them have come down a lot, especially after the season ends. They get knocked out of the playoffs. The excitement of the NBA dies down. You want to get into some of that stuff after the season is over. Wait for the dust to settle. Wait for the chips to fall as they may, and then you can dabble. I wouldn't go too high end with any current player that hasn't done anything. I like Jokic, especially if he wins his third MVP in a row. That'd be huge. And I love Jokic. I mean, he's so good. He makes the game look so easy. And Giannis, I don't personally think he's aesthetically pleasing to watch. But he does have some accolades going. But again, if you're not going to reach Jordan status, then what's the point of buying something other than Jordan? I mean, buy Jordan, I think. It's like collect Jordan. You're not going to go wrong, and he's not going to go down in value. So that's just my 2 cents. Take it for what you will. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. It doesn't have to be an investment-minded decision. It can be a collector-minded decision. It can be whatever. It can be whatever reason you're buying to have and to hold, to flip, to whatever, do what you want to do. But I'm a little older than I used to be, and when the hype of cards built up and I felt the need to buy, I kind of went into vintage. I went into vintage baseball, some older stuff, not the hyped stuff so much. Definitely not any current players. Definitely not. And I haven't lost money going that way, and I'm happy with it. I like cool old cards in a nice looking holder, and I think that's cool. So just think about what's going to make you happy down the road in the future. Think about your future happiness. All right, thanks guys. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.